morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for joining me. First up, I'm taking you inside of the brand new CBS Sweetwater Music Industry Building at Purdue Fort Wayne. This is innovation at its finest for music students, so I'm going to learn about the building, their equipment, and you're invited to the ribbon cutting happening next week. Then it's time for Money Monday with Foster Financial, and today we're discussing taxable brokerage accounts. Caleb is going to break it all down. And a little later, it's epic discounts at epic prices. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
This segment sponsored by Purdue Fort Wayne. I am here at the CBS Sweetwater Music Industry Building inside of the School of Music at Purdue Fort Wayne. They are bringing so much innovation, new technology, and experiences to the students that go here. So today I'm going to learn all about this building and also take a tour, and you're invited. Let's do it. I'm now joined by Elizabeth, who is the Dean of the College of Visual and Performing Arts, and also Jeremy, who is the Director of the School of Music. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well, thank you. Good. Thanks for joining us today.
Yes, well, we are on site in one of your rehearsal rooms of this fabulous new center that you all are bringing to PFW in a really special way. So start off by giving us an overview of this music center and what it really means to PFW.
So bringing the CBS Sweetwater Music Industry Building to campus has been a wonderful initiative to sort of bring all of our offerings together. Before, when we were collaborating with Sweetwater, we were located on their campus, which was an awesome opportunity to be right there where that magic was happening. But now we're bringing the magic back home. The opportunities that this is creating for students, not only within the School of Music, but in the campus more broadly, is really awesome. We're going to be able to bring in students from graphic design, from communications, from music business, from the business school to be able to collaborate on projects with us right here on campus.
That sounds so awesome. And just walking around and looking, I'm like, wow, these rooms are amazing. The level of production that will be able to take place here is pretty incredible. So Jeremy, talk to me about the innovation and the technology that you all are bringing.
Well, first off, thank you. The level of innovation here is our students are going to be able to work with pretty much the best faculty around on some equipment that they would not find anywhere else in the entire country. Yes. So it allows them to kind of really explore anything that they might have an inkling to try out.
Yes, and we have to talk about that beautiful sound system that is the only one I think in the United States, right? Which is the Neve?
Yeah, the Neve console.
Neve, okay, so get into the Neve. Tell me about the Neve console.
I want to jump in first and say, if you want to see anything else like this console, you have to travel to London in the UK, because the only other configuration like this in the entire world is at the Abbey Road Studios.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Neve console is probably the standard when it comes to pretty much the top level recording studios in the world. If you go back all the way back to the 60s, you will find Neve consoles have been the standard easily since then, and ours is probably among one of the most impressive in the entire world.
Wow. So Elizabeth, tell me about just the student population here at PFW and which specialties will be able to use this facility.
Oh, thank you so much for that question, because to talk about the students is the first thing that we want to do here. Not only the opportunities, but the students that we are drawing in now and that we'll be drawing in the future. So many of our students come from Fort Wayne and surrounding counties, and so we're really pleased to be able to say that we are the institute of choice in in Northeast Indiana. And so we will have students in this building who are studying music industry, music technology, and commercial music. So we are preparing students to come here from the surrounding area, study in this world-class building, and then return to the economy and return to the community. So we see it as a real full cycle that we bring students in, we educate them for careers in the industry, and then we put them back out into the community.
Yes, and they will have really an industry advantage, just being able to work with the professionals at the level that you have them and also this unique equipment.
Absolutely. When we say it's state of the art, we can more say it's cutting edge. As we said, you can't find equipment like this hardly anywhere else in a university setting, and we think that really gives us an advantage and gives our students the advantage.
I love that. And so Jeremy, kind of walk us through what this facility holds. Like when you walk in, just what are the different rooms?
Oh, okay. In this building, we have 3 recording studios, I think 4 tracking suites, 10 production suites in which students will be able to kind of work on their projects individually. We have a large rehearsal hall for larger ensembles, a small rehearsal hall like this one, and then we have 6 faculty offices. We also have a conference room in which we'll probably doing a lot of the planning for many of the artists, and where we work on working on the marketing of the artists as well as producing them throughout the entire project with our Gold Top Records.
Okay, so that's so interesting. So tell me about Gold Top Records.
So Gold Top Records is one of the really unique opportunities that we're offering here. It is an entirely student-run record label. It's one of only a few in the country, and most of those are located in major metropolitan areas. So the fact that Fort Wayne has an entirely student-run record label located in a state-of-the-art facility is really exciting. The acts are recruited by students, the contracts are managed by students, the marketing, and one of the annual events associated with Gold Top Records is the Goldstock Music Festival. So that's going to happen in January this year at the Clyde Theater, and we are hoping to pack it. So tell all your friends, and we hope to see you there in January.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so and people in the community can actually come out and see the facility at your ribbon cutting that's taking place on September 1st. So will you let me know about that event? What time is it, and how the community can really just enjoy this experience?
Yes, so on September 1st at 11 o'clock, we will be having a ribbon cutting ceremony in the atrium and just outside this building. It is free, open to the public. We will have some brief remarks. The mayor is going to visit us as well, so we're looking forward to welcoming her. Several of our patrons and donors will be here as well, and so we can hear directly about their contributions and our relationship with them and the community. And then after that, everybody is welcome to join us in the building for a self-guided tour. We will have student docents located in the studios, in the rehearsal space, in the recording studios to talk about not only what people are looking at, but what the students are going to be doing in there. And I think you'll find that their excitement is contagious. So we really hope you'll join us.
Yes, that's awesome. So just to wrap up, what is just a final thought that you want for people to really understand about this new center, because it is so huge to the Fort Wayne area? Jeremy, I'll start with you.
Well, I think this is a game changer, not only for the university, but also for the area of Fort Wayne. Something like this is pretty rare to see it with this kind of level of detail. And like I said, it's something right in our backyard. So I see this as transformation for the School of Music, for the university, and for the local area as well.
Yes, and Elizabeth, one thing I would like for you to highlight is just the partnership with the SURACs and just Sweetwater and what that means to PFW.
Yes, it's really a unique partnership to be able to work both with SURAC Enterprises as well as Sweetwater, to be able to collaborate with people who are so invested in the community and the industry is really meaningful. We're looking for the opportunity to give students meaningful experiences, and again, to be able to engage with industry and commercial leaders is just of vast importance. And we're really looking for ways to grow that partnership.
Yes, I love it. Well, thank you both so much for sharing about your new facility and giving us a tour. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for visiting us.
Yes.
Thank you.
And if you'd like more information about Purdue Fort Wayne, we'll have their website listed below to learn more about their College of Visual and Performing Arts. And I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Purdue Fort Wayne.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. Welcome to Money Monday with Foster Financial. Their Vice President, Caleb Doan, is joining me to break down some interesting information about your finances and retirement. Hello, Caleb.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thanks very much.
Yes. Okay. So today we're talking about diversification, in particular, a brokerage account.
Yeah.
So give us an overview of the topic.
Yeah, so this is a common account for folks to inherit oftentimes from a parent. So we call these kind of taxable brokerage accounts. They're not retirement accounts. So this isn't something that you would have contributed to, with your employer and like a 401k or an IRA. It's a taxable brokerage account most of the time that people are just investing in with after-tax money. So just money that's in your bank account, they put money in and invest it with an advisor, whoever it might be. Sometimes we'll find that people, more often than not, will have individual stock positions in these accounts.
Okay.
They might grow and do really well over time, and then they pass them down to their kids. And so the kids will inherit some of these taxable brokerage accounts when their parents pass away. And a lot of times we'll step in at that point. Maybe it's a client of ours that's inheriting that. We'll take a look at the account there. And usually there are a lot of things that need to be done in that account, whether it's diversifying those positions or kind of repositioning them into different accounts. However, what we see is that if somebody doesn't have an investment advisor that's helping them with that, a lot of times they're just letting that account sit exactly as it was when they inherited it. And sometimes that can be kind of an issue or create an issue down the road if it's not addressed.
Interesting. And so when you say a brokerage account that is separate, so sometimes when people have a 401k, those assets are put into different brokerage opportunities or different stocks, right? When you have a 401k, those funds are vested in different stock options under your company. But what you're saying is if these are individual funds that someone would have, that they're setting up their own type of brokerage account?
Yeah, a lot of times these would be outside of your employer account. It's just something that you're setting up with your own investment advisor or on your own. Somebody opens up a taxable Charles Schwab brokerage account or Fidelity brokerage account. A lot of times they're investing in individual stocks in that. Usually 401ks don't have the option for individual stocks inside of them. Oftentimes, again, we see these individual stocks in brokerage accounts oftentimes as opposed to just mutual funds or ETFs. And probably the biggest change that we're often recommending when kids will inherit these accounts from parents is diversifying. A lot of times we'll find in these brokerage accounts they have highly concentrated stock positions. So a common one around here, we'll see a lot of Steel Dynamics stock, we'll see Eli Lilly stock, we'll see Raytheon, we'll see Sherwin-Williams. Some of these individual companies, people will inherit these accounts from their parents, and 80% of the account is in one stock. And maybe the parent was hanging on to that stock because they didn't want to sell it and pay a bunch of taxes, when they had to sell it. So they were holding on to it, which I guess as a side note, isn't always the best reason to not be diversified. If you're just worried about paying the taxes, sometimes the risk of holding on to too much of just one individual stock outweighs the risk of paying the taxes on it. One of the really important benefits of these taxable brokerage accounts when they get passed down is they get a step up in cost basis. Meaning when the kids get it, they could right away sell those positions and they wouldn't pay anything in capital gains tax. And so a lot of times the reason the parents weren't diversifying is because they were worried about taxes. When it goes to the kids and gets a step up in cost basis, the kids can diversify without paying a lot in capital gains. So that's usually one of the very first steps that we take. We don't want somebody to have all their eggs in one basket, get this big account from a parent with a lot of one individual stock. A lot of times it's a really important time to sell out of that position, or at least sell a portion of that position to diversify.
Okay, and so let's talk about the tax side of it, because these are taxable accounts. So when the funds were first placed into the brokerage account by the parent, did they pay taxes on those funds already? Meaning, is this funds from their income, take-home funds that already had income tax?
Yeah, it would have been take-home income that they already paid tax on, sitting in their bank account. They already paid income tax, and so they buy, $50,000 of Apple stock, in that account. Now, if they would just, the next day turn around and sell it for $50,000 still, there's no gain on that, so they wouldn't owe anything in taxes. But, the parents being savvy, left the money in there, and that $50,000 grew to $500,000 over time. If they would sell it, they would owe capital gains taxes on $450,000 of growth. So sometimes they don't sell it, and then they pass it down to the kids. If the kids inherit that $500,000 of Apple stock, it gets a step up in cost basis, meaning the cost basis is $500,000 now. They could sell it right when they inherit it and not pay anything in capital gains taxes.
Okay, so they won't. So that's what I'm getting at. So once, let's say it rose to $500,000, when it gets inherited to the child, how exactly does the tax work on that? You say if they immediately sell it, there's no tax.
Right, because of that step up in cost basis. If they inherit it for $500,000 and then they hold on to it for 6 months and it grows to $510,000, then they sell it, they would have a $10,000 capital gain on it. So a lot of times, right when it's inherited is the most opportune time to start that diversification process. And a lot of times that's what we're recommending for clients.
So if you have that $500,000, they inherit it, they start diversifying it before it gains any more. When they put it into these separate diversification accounts, at some point, do they have to ever pay taxes on that original $500,000 that they've now dispersed, or is it still just whatever the capital gain is in the future?
Yeah, it's just whatever the growth is from then on out. So that step up in cost basis is a very, very beneficial part of our tax code. Something that regulators have looked at for a while, saying, hey, maybe that would be something to get rid of at some point if we wanted to increase our tax revenue. While we still have that step up in cost basis available to us, obviously we want to make sure that we're taking advantage of that. And we want to make sure we're using that to our benefit to allow for some of that diversification. It's always a tough thing when we see that someone comes to us and they inherited an account 10 years ago from a parent. It was really highly concentrated in one stock position, and then that stock has dropped significantly. And of course, we're saying, man, I wish we would have been able to see you sooner in order to be able to start that diversification process. So that's a really big piece when people inherit these accounts from parents.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Caleb, for breaking that down.
Thank you.
And if you would like more information about Foster Financial, we'll have their phone number listed below so that you can receive a complimentary consultation. And I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Foster Financial.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by BestReviews.com. I'm Melissa Bergamini.
And I'm Ashley Howard. And when you see us, you know what that means. It is time to scan the QR code on your screen because we are ready to save big.
That's right, Ashley. And today we have some kitchen must-haves that are really going to help you prep food faster and spend less time cooking.
All right, so let's start with the Ninja Mega Kitchen System. We are all familiar with Ninja's blenders, but with this one, they've outdone themselves. The blender attachment pulverizes ice in seconds, and the bowl attachment functions as a food processor, chopping and blending anything you can fit inside. Plus, it comes with on-the-go cups, so you can take your smoothies straight out the door.
One machine, so many jobs. This is going to cut your chopping time way down. And if you want to pair that smoothie with a breakfast sandwich, of course you do, then you'll definitely want this. The Hamilton Beach Dual Breakfast Sandwich Maker. Now, this little appliance makes up to 2 custom breakfast, lunch, or dinner sandwiches in just 5 minutes or less. It has a digital countdown timer that signals when it's done, so you don't have to worry about burning anything.
Ooh, that sounds good to me.
Yes.
It's easy to clean with dishwasher-safe components. This is the perfect solution for busy mornings, especially before school. Now, next is the Kusori Air Fryer Pro with 9 cooking functions and temperatures that can reach up to 450 degrees. This is your new go-to on those days where you don't want to turn on the oven. Just toss in your French fries, chicken fingers, and even a steak, and let this bad boy do all the work for you.
That sounds great to me. And last but certainly not least, the Cook Triple Slow Cooker Buffet Server and Food Warmer. I know it's hard to believe, but the holidays are almost here, and this is an absolute must for your next family gathering.
Each crock has its own temperature knob with low, high, and warm settings, which gives you the ability to cook or keep 3 different dishes warm all at the same time.
I mean, how cool is that? My sister, she's gonna love this.
All right, now let's take one last look at today's products, helping you save money.
Head to epicdiscounts.com or just scan that QR code to scan, shop, and save with Epic Discounts by Best Reviews.
Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. You can find more on the products and where to buy them on WANE.com.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group. Go to the Living Local 15 page on WANE.com for recipes from the show, to watch a segment again, and to get information on products and services featured on Living Local 15. Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.